Guys, here we go. So this is going to be the Makeup Revolution foundation stick. They just released a new foundation. They came out with about 18 to 20 shades. I'm looking at the website right now, and they did come out with at least 18 shades. The shade range, in my opinion, is very good. You know, they kind of went through every undertone. They went through almost every shade. You know, there is shades that can be added here and there, but with their launch of this foundation, I think they did pretty well with the foundation shades. One thing I did notice before I even start into this, one thing I did notice is that I got the, what is it? I got the Fast Base foundation stick in F12, and it looks like really light on the website, which is what I was going to use for a concealer. But when I got it, it seems like it's actually a bit darker than what it is on the website. So we are going to see. I'm actually going to swatch them on my chest first to kind of see which one I'm going to be using on my face. So just a little bit about this foundation. I honestly have been loving this company, Makeup Revolution. They're based in London, and I have really been loving their eyeshadow palettes. I have 2 of them. So I was like, okay, they just came out with the foundation, so you know, and they have like concealer and all these other products, and I'm like, you know, is this gonna be kind of like my one-stop shop kind of place that I'm gonna be going to? So we are gonna see with this foundation. So it says that it quickly perfects, contours, and highlights your complexion. It's supposed to melt into the skin, blending seamlessly to leave a fresh and dewy finish. So we are gonna see if that is the case. I'm supposed to twist it up so I can show you how much. Oh, now it looks kind of light. You get quite a bit of product. I am actually shocked. So this is the end of the, I can't twist it anymore. So see, on camera it looks super light, but in person it doesn't look as light as it is. So I'm not going to lift this up all the way, but I am going to, let me get my mirror. I'm going to apply this on my chest and see. Oh yeah, that's light. Okay, now I'm satisfied. Because when I got it, I was like, oh my God. So this is F12 on my skin tone, so I will definitely be using this as a concealer. Okay, and that's what I wanted. I was kind of scared when I got it because I was like, oh my God. It's okay. So this is F13. I got this one because I'm honestly hoping that it's going to be my skin shade, because F14 looks like it was going to be too dark. So okay, let's see what we're working with. See what we can do here. Okay, yeah, I can use this. I can work with this. All right. Okay, so I'm gonna start on the outsides of my face, and as you can see, it looks on camera it looks like super light. I promise you guys it's not this light. I promise you it's not. So I'm kind of just gonna go, we're just gonna go all over the face. Kind of scared to do this because I don't know like how this product dries down. Like, I don't know if it dries down quickly or not, so we're gonna have to see. And I am actually going to be using the buffing brush from Real Techniques. I can't talk today. I'm gonna spray it with some setting spray. So I'm kind of just like wiping off the excess. I've been doing that lately because like I have combination skin, and it's starting to get warm, which I'm loving. But since I have combination skin, it's just like, oh, this actually doesn't look that bad. It doesn't look bad at all. So I guess I'll do one side with the brush, and then I will do the other with a beauty blender. This is the side that I use with the buffing brush, and honestly, it doesn't look too bad. I don't think that it's not like a full coverage type of thing, because I can still basically like like it doesn't necessarily look like I have makeup on, which is actually a good thing because that means that this is going to be buildable. So I'm going to wet my beauty blender as well, and I'm going to try this side with the beauty blender and see if I like it a little bit better. I don't usually use a buffing brush. Okay, so this is the side that I use for the beauty blender, and as you can see, like I said, this is a more buildable foundation, which is a good thing because if I just want to like throw a little bit of something on my face, this would actually be perfect for it. So this is the beauty blender side, and then this is the side that I use with the buffing brush. To me, the results kind of came out the same. It was a little bit easier to blend this out with a beauty blender than a brush, so I think I'm just gonna stick with using that. But as you can see, you can still like see like my little freckles and stuff. So, and then like on this side with the brush, you can still see my birthmark right there. So, and then right here, like my beauty mark is usually still covered whenever I put on foundation, but it does actually blend in quite easily. So I'm gonna add on another layer of foundation, and I'm just gonna use the beauty blender, and we're gonna see, because I don't like I said, I don't want to use too much, but I'm gonna see how much it would take me to actually get full coverage. Okay, so this is the final, not final look, but the final finish after me adding a little bit more foundation onto it. I honestly am loving the coverage. The coverage, like I said, it's buildable. So if you want to just put on like a little bit, like a slight layer, like if you just were putting on some BB cream, it's good for that. If you want something a little bit more full coverage, then you just put a tad bit more on and blend it in, and here we go. So the coverage, I personally think, is a lot better. I usually like to have a little bit, not necessarily like full coverage, but medium coverage. So I feel like this would be a good stopping point for me with it. And as you can see, my skin kind of looks a little like dewy, as they mentioned in the as they mentioned on the website. So, but since I personally don't like the dewy look, I will end up matting this down with some powder. But for those of you who do like the dewy look, then this could work for you. So now what I'm gonna do is, like I said, I wanted to use the, what is this, the F12. So that's this one right here. This is F13 that I put onto my face. It's actually dried down quite a bit. Now I can say for the drying down, it doesn't actually, yeah, I see that blended in perfectly. It doesn't blend down like super fast, so you do have time to, like, if you're the type of person that puts the foundation all over your face first and then you kind of go and blend it in, you do have time to do that. So it doesn't like dry down super fast, so you are totally okay with that. So now we're going to be going in with the F12, and we're going to be going under my eyes and highlighting on certain parts of my face to use this as a concealer. So I'm actually glad it wasn't as light as I thought it was, because oh boy. But the foundation stick under my eyes actually worked just as well too. And it gave me a highlight, but it's not, since I used the shade that was just a shade lighter, since you just took this one right here, it still looks like it's blended into my skin. Like, it's not a super bright, overpowering highlight, which is awesome. Very, very awesome. So what I'm gonna do is we're gonna contour our face now. We need to do that. And then as I'm going along with my makeup, we can kind of just see how it's gonna look once everything is done and how it wears. So, final thoughts on the foundation. I honestly think the foundation is like a 10 out of 10. So for right now, it did, like I said, it does leave that dewy finish as you guys saw whenever I was putting it on. But like I said, I am more of a matte person, so I personally powdered it down so that way I wouldn't look so glossy. But even still, you can still kind of see like the dewiness because I didn't put on too much powder, so the dewiness is still coming through. My skin looks absolutely flawless. I still have a little bit of a glow. The color matched perfectly, which for women of color, that is very hard to find without having to mix in another foundation. So Makeup Revolution, you are onto something here. So I personally give this foundation a 10 out of 10, and I would definitely recommend it for those of you who want to try it. It's only $9, which absolutely blew my mind, and I had to hop on that. And they still seem to have most of the foundations in stock for what I'm looking at on the website. So I would definitely recommend that you go grab one. So yeah, I'm honestly loving this. Obviously, we're gonna have to see how it wears throughout the day, but I don't really have any complaints at the moment, and it didn't really seem like it oxidized down much either, so that is also a plus. So if you're going in for your shade, I would definitely recommend, you know, getting your shade, since mine has not seemed to oxidize down. This is actually like my just foundation color, period. So the one I have is F13, which is the one that I use for the full face of foundation, and then I use F12 to highlight, which like for my under eyes and stuff. And as you can see, that's even still blended into my skin seemingly. It doesn't, like, it didn't give off too much of a highlight. It's not like blinding. So I personally love this. I think it's fabulous, and I definitely am giving Makeup Revolution 2 big thumbs up. So yeah, that is the end of this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next week with another video. Bye-bye.